Exactly. Right guys, in this video we're going to check out using keys and doors. So basically we've got a real simple scene set up with a player and a platform, can move and jump. We're just going to set it up so that we've got a red door somewhere in the scene and we've got a red key somewhere in the scene. The player needs to collect the red key before they can open the red door. If you want to add to it, you could add blue doors, green doors, whatever, or collect multiple keys for a particular door, whatever you need to do. We're just going to start off with the basic principle. I've already brought some images in for a door. I've actually got a door animation here, and I've got an image for a key as well. So I'm just going to use those. You can use whatever you want. You don't really need images, but I thought I'd just put them in just to make them look nicer. So I'm going to add 2 actors here. That's the first thing we're going to do, make 2 actors, and we'll call this the blue door. I forgot to type door. There we go, blue door, and blue key as well. The size, let's set this size. Your sizes could vary for the door, but I'm just going to set mine to what I know is going to be alright for what I'm doing here. I've got it written down on a piece of paper in front of me. There it is. Right, so the door's going to be size, and we're going to change it to 80 by 70. I think that's the right way around. And the blue key is going to be 30 by 30, so I'll click blue key and come down to size and change the size to 30 by 30, and I'm going to put my images in now. So for the key, I'm going to select my key image, and for my door, I'm going to select my door 4 image. I can change the color of this if I like by just clicking on the color box, and I'm going to make my door a shade of blue. Something like that will do, and that's not quite blue enough for my liking. There we go. And the blue key as well. I guess the best way to do that would be to actually change it in Photoshop or another image manipulation software, but that'll do for now. So we've got our blue key and our blue door. We'll just drag those into the level. I'm actually going to stretch that because it looks far too small for my player. I'll plonk that there, and then I'll get my blue key and I'll drop that over here. I'm actually going to swap these around. Put that over there. Right, next thing to do would be to set up a game attribute. Our game attribute is going to be a boolean, and it's basically going to be the answer to the question of has the player got the blue key. So we'll set that up. So we'll go into the game tab for the attributes, hit the little plus button and look for boolean, and we'll say has blue key, if I can spell key correctly, which apparently I can't. There we go. Question mark. Has blue key? Question mark. So what we'll do is we'll set it up so that the player collides with the key, it'll destroy the key, and it'll change the attribute has blue key to true. Now this tick box right here basically determines what the attribute starts at. So if we want it to start at false, we're going to leave this box unticked. If we want it to start at true, we're going to tick the box, but we want this attribute to start at false because the player has not got the blue key. Alright, so we'll go to the blue key and we'll make a rule that says when the key collides, so collision will be our behavior, collides with the player, do change attribute. We'll click our A button to open up the attribute, so we're going to go attribute, we're going to look for the game attribute that we made, and there it is, has blue key. We're going to set it to true. Make sure you don't put capital letters in there. And that'll do the job. Now what we can do on the player, we'll put a display text on. We'll open up that expression editor, get rid of hello world, and we'll get it to display the game has blue key attribute on the actual player itself. So by doing this we can see whether the attributes are true or false and whether colliding with the key actually changes anything. So it should start at false, which it does, and hopefully, we'll have to change the order of that, hopefully when we touch that key it goes to true, which it does. Alright, fantastic. So that works just fine. Let's sort out that layer because that's going to bother me. I'm just going to go into my layers here and I'm going to make sure that the blue door is actually right at the bottom, or at least below the player will be fine. I'm just going to use the scroll arrows. Seems to be easier. After doing that, you can see the player actually goes in front of the door instead of behind it. And I'm going to be so silly as to actually just want the blue door in front of the platform just so we get that little 3D effect almost, but the place oh that makes it even worse. Okay, let's put it back behind the platform. There we go, that'll do. Right, so we've got that working just fine. The next thing to do would be to destroy the key. So we'll go back to the blue key here, and in the same rule, just after the change attribute, we're going to put in a destroy behavior. So when the player collides with the blue key, the game attribute will go to true, and it will also destroy the key. Boop, and the key's gone. Alright, not too bad. Okay, so we've got the blue key now. Now we just need to use the blue key for something. I'm not going to bother setting up another scene because I've shown you how to do that, but I'll just set up a... Yeah, alright, why not? We'll set up another scene. Blue door, right? That's the scene we're going to go to when we go through the blue door. And we'll make it blue just for the crack. There we go, blue scene to indicate we've gone through the blue door. Right, okay, so we'll change that to pick up blue key for the name of the rule, and then on the door, blue door, we're going to make another rule, and this rule is going to say, alright, when the player collides, so when the blue door collides with the player, change scene to the blue door scene, but we're going to add in an extra condition. That condition is going to be based on the attribute that we've made, which is our has blue key attribute. So find the attribute here, so game has blue key is true. So this basically says that when the player collides with the door, or when the door collides with the player, and the attribute game.hasBlueKey is true, then you can change the scene. So let's have a look. So while it's false and we hit that door, nothing happens, and then we collect the key and the attribute goes to true, and it takes us to the next scene. Alright, so that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you next time.